Let's burn some shit. Damn it. My grandfather used to always say, fight fire with fire. He's a great guy. Horrible firefighter. What's up, guys? I'm Nick, and this is Build Dad Build. If you guys have followed along for any length of time, you would know that I am in the process of renovating part of the house into a bar. Because I have kids, and that means daddy needs a bar. As part of the renovation, I will be installing base cabinets along the rear wall. I opted to buy cabinets instead of building them because, well, IKEA. I 100% cannot build the cabinets that I bought for less. And they're completely made out of pine, which was by design, but this is one of the doors back here. Now, I don't want those doors to be like every other cabinet door, so naturally, I want to set them on fire. Before I set these doors on fire, I want to find the right color dye to go along with the I Shou Sugi Ban finish that will be on them. Here's a quick pic of the room and the color that I've painted the walls. The idea is either try to get really close to that same wine color, and if it doesn't look like it's going to work, maybe we go with another color. If you guys are subscribers from way back, you'll know that I love to burn me some wood. Yes. I love me a burnt wood finish. I love me a good I Shou Sugi Ban finish. But not only do I love a good I Shou Sugi Ban finish, I love some crazy colored dyes along with it. So coming up with that perfect dye color is what we're going to be working on today. We're going to be working with some scrap pieces of white pine today, which is the same material as the doors. We're going to burn these, we're going to scrape them, and then we're going to work on our dye color. So part of the goal today is to see if we can get that perfect purple or grape if you're a Kool-Aid drinker. So I have a couple of different colors of unicorn spit here that we're going to try mixing together. And I have some Phoebing's leather dye and some Angelus leather dye. And let's play with those a little bit too and see what gives us the perfect purple. Now, without further ado, let's burn some shit. Now, you guys know that I have affiliates, right? That's kind of how I make some money. I don't really talk about it too much, but if you want to find out how much a company really gives two shits about you, have some sort of issue. So about 2 years ago, I damn near had a mental breakdown. And then more recently, I hurt my back about a month ago. And man, I tell you what, as soon as you're not producing for affiliates, they don't give a shit about you. Except one, and that's my homie at Restorer Tools, which is why I have this big banner here. The funny thing is, I asked him for a banner to hang in my shop. He sent me this big banner. I was like, oh, man, it's huge. I was planning on putting a bunch of them up. But now I'm glad that it's that big because he's the only guy that checked in on me. He's the only guy that cared when I wasn't making him money. Like, I bought my first restorer outright and then contacted him after the fact to become affiliated with him. And we've been working together ever since. And this is still probably one of my favorite tools in my arsenal. If you guys have never seen it before, this is it. I had the corded version before I got the cordless one, but I can put an 80 grit nylon brush on this and strip wood down. But you can use this for a lot more than that. That's just kind of what I use it for. I've also got some wire brushes in here that I use if I want a little bit more detailing in the wood. But I love this thing. Great product. And I can't say enough about the owner because the guy's amazing. If you want to support the channel and you want to check out a restorer, I'll leave a link down below. My code that'll get you 10% off. I also get a little scratch from that. And if you want to support a really solid company that gives a shit, definitely check them out. Anyway, this isn't sponsored or anything. Just, I can't say enough good things about Restorer Tools. Figure like at this point I just need to have like some sort of ethereal noise and then me saying glove up bitches. So first I'm going to take a look at some of these leather dyes only because I just want to see what color they are right out of the container. This probably has a seal on it, damn it. And now my knife's going to be purple. Wow, so this is burgundy and we're just going to a little on here and just give it a streak. But that's pretty dark already. So we're gonna let that dry, see what it looks like. That is Phoebing's leather dye, and that is burgundy. This is Angelus, and this is purple, straight up perp, man. All right, so that's pretty dark too. So this is Angelus burgundy, which I'm assuming is gonna be about the same color now. Ooh, that's even darker. But we'll see what it looks like when it dries too. This is purple unicorn spit. So if you guys aren't familiar with unicorn spit, this stuff is like low, no VOC. It smells good. It doesn't have like that chemical smell, and it's water soluble. So you can use this as a paint, a stain, or a gel, depending on how you mix it and whatnot. Right now, I'm just gonna do, so what I was told is a little bit of pink pixie pony or something or another, and a little bit of midnight, which is black. So I'm just gonna do like one little drop them in, oh shit or two. We're gonna have to give this a little water too. Don't use unicorn spit at full strength if you want it to be a dye. It'll be more like a paint. Shop towel down here so I'm not making a ginormous mess. That was like 2 drops of midnight. And actually that's a little light. However, that might just not have enough unicorn spit in it. Let's put a little bit more in here. I was a little heavy on the water there, so. And the stuff smells delicious. It smells like lavender, I think. So that's the color we're going for. That's closer to the color we're going for. I'm gonna rule these 2 guys out immediately. We don't need the burgundies. Although I do like the purple, it's too dark. But if we could lighten it up a little bit with some water maybe, that may be a contender. All right. Let's grab our wood. Just kidding. After I burn and brush my wood, I always wipe it down with a wet cloth. That's just to get any soot that's still on there. So it might look a little different. Okay, so this is the first thing we mixed up. That's what it looks like in the container. Can you guys hear the bird flying around? I can't get it to leave. I turned off all the lights and left the door open thinking it would go out, but it won't. Okay. So that's the first one we mixed up. The thing with unicorn spit, actually the thing with all wood dyes is one, you gotta let it dry to see what it's actually gonna look like. And you kinda want it to be a little lighter than its final form because it will, it'll get darker when you put finish on it. So we're gonna let that dry. That's gonna need another coat it looks like, just so I can remember what's what. So that was like 2 drops. Midnight, plus pink pony high quality H2O. Second thing I want to do is I want to try the purple Angelus and some water to water it down just a little bit and see what that looks like. Ooh, that's a lot. Jesus. Nick, some water in there. And then, and now that I'm seeing all the dye colors are pretty dark, what I'm gonna grab is a Phoebing's red. We might have a winner there too. All right, I'll put that over here. I put water in this already, didn't I? Now I'm losing my mind. Yay! Welcome to Nick's brain. You do not want to stay here very long. And then what I'm using is I'm just using some melamine sponges to put this stuff on. They're cheap, you can buy a bunch of them, and if they tear up on the wood, it's not a big deal. Okay, so this is going on really dark, but remember it will dry lighter. So that is Angelus Perp, the Perp Herp, baby, plus H2O. Okay, next I'm gonna take another one of these guys. Try not to dump a ton of ox blood in there because we don't need a whole lot of it. So I'm just gonna go, let's go like just that. So that's a red, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna dump a little of this purple and water into it. Oh shit, that's too much. More ox blood. Eyeballing that, that's like 3 to 1 ox blood, 3 ox blood to 1 purple and water. Well, let's let those dry. My thought is this, what about, let me look at ox blood by itself real quick and see how deep a red it is. Ox blood is probably one of my favorite to use as a red. It just looks fantastic. See how red it is. Okay, so that's a pretty good base. All right, so what I'm thinking is, what if I take this, like just a drop of unicorn spit, the purple, instead of the red, or instead of the black, let's go 2 drops. Oh, shit, or 3. 3 drops. Give me another mixture here. I don't even know if these play well together, so we're gonna find out. And then I'm just kind of looking, see what color it is on the popsicle stick, the disco stick, as Lady Gaga would say. Let's take some of that. It's still pretty red, man. Whew. Wow. We might have a winner with just let's go Pixie Punk Pony, and let's just do like a drop of purple. Okay. I'm really liking the way that looks, so let's try this. Instead of dumping out of here, let's give it a little mist. 3 mists. All right, I'm really digging that color. But remember, like I said, it is gonna be darker when we put finish on it. Let's grab ourselves a little spongy poo. That looks kind of pink, but I have a feeling that that might be closer to the color when it gets finished on it. Let's grab our next board. Also remember, like I'm doing it over here for kind of a test, but it's not gonna translate. It's gonna be darker on the wood given the light and dark areas and the brown color of the wood. It's as if I took the wood to Brown Town. Okay, I'm liking the way the red's coming through on that better. That's gonna be kind of fucking gold. Another cool thing about unicorn spit is it gets this kind of chalky look when it's dry. So when you come in and it looks kind of like, this is what that one I did a minute ago looks like. See how it's starting to get that kind of chalky look? That means it's dry. That means you can either reapply, or if you want to finish it, you can finish it at that point. So everybody kept telling me to use the midnight. 1, 2, 3. Squirt, squirt, squirt. And then give me a disco stick. I want to take a ride on my disco stick. All right, so that is definitely a lot darker. It's definitely more of a deep purple. That might be too purple. Well, shit, it's hard to tell. Like I said, we're not gonna know until we get finished on them. If we can't match the walls, we don't wanna clash either, right? So we're gonna try to see what that looks like. Okay, so that's, I think it's gonna be too dark, but. All right, now we're just gonna let those dry and we'll come back and check them in a minute. All right, it is the next day. Yesterday, off camera, because I was in a hurry, I went ahead and just laid down a coat of finish on both boards. And now, let's see how they're gonna look in the room. Whew. The lighting in here is gonna look a little weird. I'm gonna change these lights out, but this is gonna be kind of the color of lighting. I want it to be a little bit more homey, I guess, and a little less clinical. Okay, so here are our two boards, if you recognize them from yesterday. All right, here's what we got. These are the first three we did yesterday. So these are both the dies, and then this one is unicorn spit. And then we've got our unicorn spit examples down there. I don't like these, so we're just gonna go to this one. Now the idea is, out of these, which do we like best? Let me try to hold this so the light is actually on it. I gotta say, out of all of them, I'm really leaning towards this one right there. It looks a little bit more red on camera. To me, it's a good complement to this color. Okay, so here is our board, and let's get to it. But first, coffee. Oh. Okay, I'm almost out of gloves too, man. Kind of hard for me to tell you to glove up if I don't have any gloves. All right, if you hear chirping in the background, the bird's still in here. Okay, so the magic recipe for this color. So right now we are 50% pink Pony Express, whatever it is, 50% water. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. It's so hard. I can't even compare it to the board because the board has finish on it. We're just gonna do the whole board. And then, you know what I'm gonna go mow the lawn. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna put another coat on. And I'm gonna let both those dry, and then I'll put finish on. And if everything gets done today, which hopefully it does, we can put our result up against the wall, see what we think, and make sure that we have the proper unicorn spit formula. All right, now, like I said, you guys, I'll be right back for you guys, but I'm actually gonna go, actually I'll probably be in different clothes too, because I'm gonna go mow the lawn, probably set a timer and come back in here about an hour, make sure it's fully dry, do one more coat, and all the things. Here is our new piece right there. You're not gonna be able to see this very well. Let's hold it up against the wall. It's funny, it looks red. It looks more red on the monitor than it does on the wall. It's definitely a little darker than the other one. I feel like when I do the cabinets, I will do like one less drop of black, but that's damn near the best purple. So you guys tell me what you think. And I realize that there's a million different colors of purple, and this might not be your favorite color of purple, but I think it's gonna look really good in the room. If that is not your favorite kind of purple, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite purple is. And make sure to subscribe and hit that little belly thingly dingly thing if you want to see me do this same treatment to the doors that are going on the cabinets. And until next time, thanks for playing, and we'll see you out there.